All right, so for day one, you'll have stuff like it's on page 53. And then stuff like numbers, let's see.
53 is so soon in the beginning.
This is a cumulative final. That's how that works. This is not a unit test. You got this. Day one only has 168 points worth of points.
Oh, so it sounds easy.
So you'll have to be able to do stuff like numbers 1 and 2. You'll have to be able to do stuff like, let's see if that's there. (15 through 20).
On the same page?
Yeah. So absolute value stuffs.
Obviously, it's not.
Obviously. It's what?
It's not going to be like the same amount of questions like relating to the.
Not necessarily.
They're all just the exact same questions.
No. That's false.
That would be great though. Memorize all the
That
answers.
would be kind of nice.
Under guarantee.
You'd get a 0 because you'd sit there and write all the answers and I wouldn't give you any points for it.
Yeah.
I've learned not to do that.
Well, you can memorize all the steps.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot harder. That would be a lot harder than just like learning how to do the math. I mean, whatever, but there would be a lot more to memorize if you were trying to memorize all the steps to these specific problems.
Yeah.
From page 127, you will have problems like 2 and 3. Oh, just simple function notation stuff. You will have problems where you have to find the x and y intercepts, so like problem 5. You will have to find the slope of a line, so problems like problems 7 and 8.
You did it.
That just means there's news.
There's news.
You will also have to find the equation of a line that does things, so like 10 through 12. You also will potentially have to find like the equation of a line that just passes through 2 points. Oh, just kidding. That's like 11. Yeah. Parallel perpendicular stuff will definitely be there. And then for day one, that's it. That stuff will be there.
Only those two? There's a lot in those. Well, yeah.
Not really.
But like easy stuff. That's on day one. That stuff.
I expected way more.
Well, we haven't gotten to day 2 yet.
Yeah.
374 points. Okay.
What? How much points in day 1?
168.
Oh.
So that's like,
Okay. For day 2, let me erase this. I feel like my hair looks decent today, but it's like irritating the fire out of me. It's like all in my face. What'd you say? It's like a princess? Yeah, great. So for day 2,
Really good today,
Yeah. Look at the hair from behind.
no more goals.
for Thursday, you will have to solve some 2x2 systems. So stuff like page 211.
11?
211.
I was like, what? This doesn't make sense. It was so early.
1 through 4. Now, the destructions on the 2x2 system say solve it by the method of your choice. It does not say solve by Cramer's rule, solve by substitution, solve by elimination. It says solve it however the heck you want to solve it.
Wait,
Is that
which
like
numbers?
this?
Oh, on yours.
Not to?
What's up there?
So you really only need to learn one way.
It depends.
Well, is it
These particular problems are arguably both easier to solve using one particular method.
like all of them easier?
Like their own.
But no.
One method for all.
Someone else circle up?
You will also have to graph a system of inequalities, so ones like 6 through 9. The instructions on the midterm are different than the one on whatever this is, practice test. The practice test says solve by graphing. On this, it just says graph it. Means the same thing, right? Just graph it. That's all it means. So you'll have to be able to do those. You'll have to be able to do operations with matrices, so stuff like 12 through 15.
I don't think my favorite part of this whole thing is
Those are pretty easy.
they were exceptional.
Those particular ones are not very hard.
Are you gonna have hard ones on the test?
You will have to find the determinant, so it won't be multiple choice, obviously, but ones like 16, where you have to, or you're given a matrix and you have to calculate the determinant. It will be a 3x3, so you have to be able to do the determinant of a 3x3 matrix.
It should be multiple choice.
No, that's stupid. You will have ones like 17 through 22, and they will specify a method. So, in other words, you have to get full credit on those, you have to be able to solve, you have to be able to find the inverse. So, like 17 through 20. And Kramer, you will have some where you have to solve you will have to solve it by Kramer's rule in order to get full credit. They will be only 2x2. You will not have to solve a 3x3 matrix on this test.
But you will get partial credit if you don't do it by.
Sure. I mean, why not do it by Kramer's rule because it's easy, but yeah. But yeah, if you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot everything, it's all broken, then yeah, sure. Do it with elimination or something. Great. From Unit 4.
Be patient.
Oops. Okay.
What page?
Page 295. You will have some like 1 through 3. Well, by some I mean 1. Where you have to graph a quadratic function, you have to list all the crap about it.
Wait, 2, oh, 1.
1 through 3. He's writing it up there, Landon.
I didn't know he was writing it up.
You'll have ones like 6 through 11. And it will, just like the practice test, say solve using the method of your choice. I recommend factoring if it's factorable, because it's easier. But you can do them all with quadratic formula if you want. It's whatever. Don't care. If you want to make your life more difficult, that's on you. You will have some like 16 and 17.
16 and?
Either one's fine. They both are accurate in context. Yeah. They do in this context.
It's not like you can have like question 16 and a half.
Why is it multiple? Like the ones with multiple, like the A, B's, and C's.
And finally, you will have ones like 22 and 23. where you have to take a quadratic, put it in vertex form, and write the vertex axis of symmetry and direction of opening.
Yeah, but everything else is a dash. You can't just make it a plus. No!
That's an and.
That is an
A plus doesn't have the extra thing. You know, you drive me bonkers.
No!
Give her a must.
I give it a brow.
Use the thinker before you use the speaker. That's the rules.
I'm still looking at it.
We have written this way for 500 years. Since the beginning of this class. This is the plus, and this is the way I write an and. In fact, here's the deal. About 80% of the math teachers I have ever had write an and exactly like that.
Looks like a fish.
You're a fish.
It looks
I do
fun.
like a
Okay, so that is it for day 2.
I do a 3.
Yes, ma'am.
How many total points on each one?
So one of them's got 168 points, and the second one's got 374 points. Mostly because, matrices have lots of steps. But,
It's
whatevs.
still a lot less than I expected.
Okay.
But that's by force.
Okay, so before I say let's do these problems, are there any kinds that you're like, yeah, I know that this one scares me? Could we do that, please? Inverses sounds great. So let's go back a lesson. Chapter, whatever the heck we're calling it.
Yeah, well, that would be chapter 4.
It would be chapter 4. You are correct. No, that's chapter 3, isn't it? Yeah, chapter 3.
Huh.
I said go back a chapter, and we were literally in chapter 4.
No, we're in chapter 5.
Yeah, no.
Right? Oh,
No.
Okay, whatever.
No, chapter 5 is not going to be on this test.
Yeah, I know.
See, I bet that y'all are, after a few little whiles, especially if you have any friends that are in that class, which, there's only a few of them, so, your chances are mediocre. Y'all are probably going to wish that y'all were in pre-cal, because pre-cal, I'm going to tell them today that, surprise, Merry Christmas, we don't have class next week.
Why?
They don't have to take a final.
They don't have to take a final. They are taking a test today.
Why don't they do
Wait,
that?
wouldn't that mean they have to take all the stuff on the final week?
Sort of.
Sort of.
There's only so much time.
I would be happy with that. I wouldn't think about the future.
They already know they're not going to have a final, a midterm. They already know that.
Are they gonna?
But they're not going to have to come to class next week at all.
Are they gonna? Is this gonna happen to us next year?
If you take pre-cal, maybe. Okay, so inverses. So let's do page 211, number 17. Let's do it.
Dirt.
That is what I said.
Dirt.
Error.
17. What is that?
Okay, page 211, number 17. We're supposed to find the inverse of this matrix. Yeah, that's nice. We like that. How do you find inverse?
Something with an X and a Y.
No.
It's like 1, 0, 0.
What's the thing with the X
You have
and
to
the
find
Y?
the thing first. Don't you have to
We do have to find the determinant first. Yeah, I knew which thing you were talking about. We do need to find the determinant first. So how do we find the determinant of that?
It's a
Do that.
something.
And then you switch it many times with this.
You can turn
I
back.
think the first half of what you said was right, and I'm not sure about the second half. We'll see. But yeah, we crisscross applesauce. 5 times 1
5.
minus 0 times 0. So the determinant is 5. Great. Now what?
Reverse the 5.
You may be close to right.
negative ones?
Multiply by 1 negative
1 over the determinant And then we do the flippy flips, yeah? What do we do? The down diagonal, we change
Oh, this.
the space.
Then change the sign.
We change the sign. So negative 0 is 0, and negative 0 is still 0, right?
Yeah.
The determinant we already figured out was 5.
So really that one's just like the inverse.
Okay, and then now you just do the thing that you do.
1/5 times 1 is
Oh, yeah.
1/5. 1/5 times 0 is 0. 1/5 times 0 is 0. 1/5 times 5 is 1. The inverse is that.
And because you multiply them together, you get the 1, 0, 0, 1, right? Or
Yes, if you were to multiply this times this, you would get, yes, the identity matrix. Yes, you are correct. Number 19, let's do that one. We're supposed to find the inverse of 6, 3, 8, 4. So what do we need to do?
cross.
Yeah. So 6 times 4
24.
minus 8 times 3. 24 minus 24. Therefore, there's no inverse. You can't have 1 over 0.
Doesn't work.
So does not exist.
Would no solution
Would,
also
would
work?
null set also work?
No,
Does not exist.
it has a solution.
Does not exist.
Can we do 14 or 12? Or well, actually 14.
Sure, let's do 14.
14 or 12 or well, actually 14.
Yes.
Let's do 14, actually 14.
Yeah. I looked at 12 and I'm like, oh no, wait, that one's easy. I already
Okay,
know.
so same page, number 14. We are supposed to multiply a 3 by 2 matrix to 0, negative 3, 5, 1, 4 times a 2 by 1 matrix. So how do we know if it's possible?
If the width of the first one is the same as the height of the second one, or the
The rows and columns.
rows in the column.
Yeah. So how big is this matrix?
It's a 2 by
This is a 3 by 2.
Oh, okay, 3 by 2.
Yeah.
How big is this one?
2 by 1.
2 by 1. So if the inside numbers match, then it works, right?
Yes.
How do we know how big the answer is going to be?
The other number.
The outside number. So we're starting with a 3 by 2 times a 2 by 1, and we're going to end up with a 3 by 1, right? Easy money. Yes? Yes. How do we do it?
You do that by that and then by that and by that.
Row by column, right? So this times this.
So
2 times 3,
which is 6.
6, plus 0 times
So 6.
negative 2.
Wait, 0 times negative
Yes.
is 0. Oh, okay.
Great. And then
15.
3 times -3 is
row by column, because we finished that row, right? Negative 3 times 3 is
Negative 9 or
negative 9, plus 5 times negative 2 is negative 10.
so plus minus.
That's negative 19.
Girl, I don't understand why we have the same conversations 500 times.
Because.
Yeah, I wish you would have had me for like pre-algebra. You would be less confused.
I'm not
Either that or less irritated. You're funny?
I'm not
I'm funny.
picky.
You're picky? Oh, well, so here's the thing, girly girl. Which one of us has taught hundreds of students? So you should probably be picky the way I'm picky because there's a reason why I'm picky the way I am. You're just like have gotten set in your ways like an old lady.
Old white lady.
1 times 3 is
3.
3 plus 4 times -2 is -8. Great. Do a little simplification. 6 plus 0 is still, in fact, 6. Great job. -9 plus -10 is what? -19. Good job. 3 plus -8 is? -5. And we're done.
Yippee.
Nice.
Skippy.
Nice.
I love it. Okay. Are there any others that are burning in your soul that you're like, I really think that this one's going to give me problems?
12.
12 is easy. What are you doing?
So 12, I'll just, since these people would decide to be rude, you just would do this times this, this times this, and then add them piecewise. Yeah. What? One with graphing inequalities, because graphing is scary? Or would you rather jump ahead and do a graphing a quadratic? Because graphing lines is like easy, or should be by now. Fine. That kind of looked like a Corbin face.
I know I've done it a lot of times. I'm just
Sure, let's graph, let's do like let's do one that's more challenging, if only fractionally. Let's do number 9.
On what page?
Same page.
Oh.
You said both. So we're gonna graph 5y plus 2x, right, is less than or equal to 20, and 4x plus 3y is greater than 12. Okay.
Your 4 looks weird.
And for
Your
these
face
questions-
looks weird.
Yeah, but not as weird as that 4.
You comment on his numbers every single class.
No, she does, and then she chimes in too.
You said for these questions, it wouldn't say solve each.
It would say graph it,
Graph.
which is the same thing.
I was just saying using.
I just think my instructions sound more clear than that.
Graph it.
Okay.
Okay, what should we do?
Graph it.
We can't do that yet.
Find out how to
We
graph
gotta
it.
put.
There's 2 ways. There's like an intelligent algebra 1 and algebra beyond way, and there's like a baby way that we could do. So
Get y on
whatever y'all want to do.
y on one side.
Do you have to turn it into the slope formula?
Yeah, you and Malcolm are saying the same thing. We're trying to turn it into the slope-intercept form, which what that means is getting y on one side and everything else on the other side, right? So on the top one, what should we do?
Subtract 2.
Minus 2x sounds good.
Did you say divide?
No. I never did that.
Look at that cute 4. Isn't he cute? He just needs an x to go. He just needs an x to go with him. Okay. Okay.
I'll push you X.
Divide by 5.
I'm not even done with this part yet.
I wrote it already. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, you're so fast. Wow.
A little bit too fast.
Lightning between guys.
Would you always put the 2x? Yeah, because that's like your
That is more normal. You can technically write it either way. And actually, when you do the A and B version of it, then usually you do it that way. But, whatevs. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Negative 4x.
Because you did a negative, no, you did 5 by negative.
Divide by 5, divide by 3.
Now you divide.
Glad you asked and answered your own question. Good job. So proud.
Divide by 5.
Divide by 5.
Can't you just put a big divide sign?
You can. And that is acceptable. Y is less than or equal to negative 2/5 x plus 4. And y.
They're equal to signs because they always look like 7.
You should start crossing your 7s
I
then.
do cross my
Nice. Good job.
The only one I'm doing one of these spots.
Gotcha. Okay, so Now what?
Now we graph.
You graph the thing.
I cannot stress enough, kids, that you are in Unit 5 of Algebra 2. And if this is still a difficulty for you, like being able to take this and graph it, please do yourself a favor and go spend a little bit of time in Khan Academy or something. Because this needs to be able to be doing in your sleep at this point. It's okay. Don't feel bad about it. It's all right if that gap exists for you. Just fill it ASAP. Okay? So what do we do to graph this thing?
+4 is the y-intercept, so you just jump that one.
Look, they cross at the y-intercept.
Now do the slope.
Okay, so this one, how do we go do the slope?
Down 2 over 5.
Over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 2 over 5. Grand. Is this going to be a solid line or dashed line?
Solid.
This one's going to be solid. That's true.
Salad.
It's a solid line. Yeah, that's right.
My favorite kind of life.
Is there going to be piecewise on
Yay!
And then the other one, we've got it 4 again, and we go down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. Solid or dashed?
That's dash.
Great.
I always think dash lines just look kind of messy.
That's a you thing.
What did you do to the line?
Does that not look a little messy right there?
I usually just do a solid line and then
Now, what do I do? Yeah, where?
shade to
You shade below
in between
the
the two.
solid line.
Below the solid line, above this line, so
So right there.
Below and
I'm
then
surprised I remembered that.
so you shade below.
above and below. You got to think above and below. If you're going to make a mistake, it'll be trying to think right and left. Don't think about these right and left. Think about them above and below.
We did 22.
On this one, we're not going to have a 3 by 3, so no. We can do 21 though.
So you told us to practice third 22.
I kind of like 3x3s though. Those are kind of like fun.
I don't know what I said, but you're not going to have a 3 by 3. You are going to have a Kramer's rule. And to get full credit for it, you have to solve it with Kramer's rule.
I like Kramer's rule better.
So I should memorize all the answers to the test. And then,
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Kramer's rules what we did at the end. Are you recording this class?
Yeah.
Why?
So we can study.
So you could use it.
Oh.
And so Brooklyn can have it. I don't even know where she is. She might be sick or something. I don't know.
Kramer's rule is with the matrices. Matrices.
Yeah.
Matrices.
You know.
Yeah, those green things.
What?
Great things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
You're so clever, Sean.
I need to go watch the Matrix again.
How do we do Kramer's rule?
Don't we make a
put it in the thing, right?
we put the
We do the
values-
determinant.
Yeah.
Where'd you get, oh,
Yeah. 2 negative. Yeah.
and then you put
2
the.
times 2 and 1 times
2 times 2 is 4 minus 1 times 1, negative 1. 1.
1. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Ka-chink, ka-chink. And we get 5.
We get 7.
And then what else do we do?
You have to put another, do
Whoa.
the,
Find the wait.
find y next. So
Yeah.
do the same thing, but with different numbers.
Yeah, so we're going to take this and put it where x is to find dx, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2 lines.
I'm used to this being way more complicated with the 3 by 3.
Actually, me too.
Negative 9 times 2 is
Negative 18.
minus 8 times negative 1 is
Negative 8.
negative 8.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
That's fine.
Negative
we substitute the
Now
values
do
for
y.
Yeah, do it for y. And then you put in a fraction over the determinant, right?
1, 2.
2 times 8 is
16.
16. Minus 1 times negative 9 is
-9.
ka-chink, ka-chink. And we end up with 27.
And put those over the 5, right?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to.
Did I make a mistake somewhere?
2 and the 1, I think, are supposed to be flipped. Because the 1's on the top, not the 2.
No. Did you copy something wrong?
Maybe.
Did we do math wrong?
No.
Hold on.
Or the key's wrong.
2x minus y equals -9. X plus 2y.
Because if the key is accurate, then that should be 25. Oh, it is 25. There it is. Great. So then our final answer is -10/5 and 25/5, which would reduce to what? -2 and 5. Great. So if you're only going to remember, this is in case you haven't like put the dots together yet, because you're too far out of geometry and having to think. If you only memorize how to do one method, memorize this one.
Okay.
Because you could do this on the first couple of problems and Bob's your uncle.
Matter if the brackets have like little things.
Okay.
Yeah, so the straight lines mean determinant. The other ones is just the matrix.
I just
Are
realized.
you gonna have anything assigned towards where we have to solve by substitution or elimination?
No.
So we can just solve by the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
every time?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's
Because the other ones where with substitution and elimination, it doesn't say how to solve it. It says by the method of your choice, and this is a method. So
and that's the easiest.
So you can just do Kramer's rule whatever.
you could if you wanted to. So that's whatever you want to do. All right, let's go graph a quadratic, shall we?
What page?
Yay.
What?
That's on page 295. I spent like an hour doing this over the past section, like 3 hours.
Is it making more sense once you watch the videos?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
I watched all the class videos, then I had to watch all the regular videos while I was doing the problems.
It's 295,
And then
right?
it seemed to work.
Yeah. Page 295. And let's do,
22.
how about number 3?
3.
Oh my God.
Stop.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna punch it.
We're supposed to, with this function, f of x equals -x squared
Minus 6x minus 9.
we're supposed to find the y-intercept, the equation of the axis of symmetry, and the x-coordinate of the vertex, make a table of values that includes the vertex, and graph it.
The y-intercept is -9.
Y-intercept is -9
The vertex.
And then negative b over 2a.
for the vertex and the axis of symmetry
Vertex.
equals -b over 2a.
So negative 6 over 2.
At first I thought the abbreviation for the axis of symmetry was some random formula that I somehow missed, and it was like a fraction bar, and I was like, what's coming up?
So it's 6 over -2.
Yeah, so -3. So x equals -3 is the equation of the axis of symmetry. Wow.
Is that all we needed?
For axis of symmetry.
Table that
Oh, I
includes
thought it was
the
like
So let's finish the vertex. So we've got the x part of the vertex right there.
plug it
f
into
of
the
x
alphabet.
equal f of -3 equals -3 squared minus 6 -3 minus 9.
Grand. What's negative 3 squared?
Negative 9.
No.
Nine.
9. Positive 9.
It's a negative 9.
Negative, yes. This one does end up being negative 9, but if it wasn't, then it wouldn't be. Negative 6 times negative 3 is 18.
Negative 2, yeah, 18. Positive. Zero. No way.
You know what else is something cool in pre-cal? Is for this next step, all you do is shove this in your graphing calculator and it would spit this part out.
What?
Oh,
That's
Can I have one? What? We should have that like today.
What points are we gonna pick?
negative
Negative
2,
four.
negative 1, and 4, or negative 4.
2, negative 1, 4, 0.
Oh yeah, 0 would be.
That seems reasonable, yeah.
Negative 6. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. Now you shove negative 4 in there for.
Great, let's do it. F of negative 4 equals negative 4 squared minus 6 times negative 4 minus 9. What's negative 4 squared?
16.
16.
Negative 60 because of the thingy.
It is 16, and then this carries down. Yes. Yes.
It says because of the thingy.
I know, and that's good. And you did good. Just don't get it twisted, because you'll end up making a dumb mistake on accident.
20.
And by you, I mean, you know, you, the collective you. Pretty sure that's right, but, you know, do the math yourself.
And this one.
Negative.
What?
Negative 1.
Did you mean?
Negative 1.
The other is negative 1 as well?
Now you grab
And
the
then, what?
Oh, never mind. I understand.
Good.
And then we grab it.
thingy.
I didn't want to actually explain something. Gross.
How would we have
No, why is that 0?
It's the same distance from the vertex, so it's got to be the same as this one. This one is the y-intercept. Yeah, this one, we can just look at it. See.
No, why is the negative 6 0?
Because it's the same distance from this. 3 and then 3 that way.
So shouldn't it be negative 9?
Just
No.
Because right now it goes like from 9 to negative 1 to 0 to 1 to 0. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be negative. Why does it say negative? Wait.
Negative
Yeah,
9.
this should say negative 9. I see what you're saying. Yes, yes. Why not why that not why the negative 6, why the 0. I follow you. Yes. 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 Goes that way. Very strange. And then you just put the dots and then connect them. Beautiful. Great. I love it.
very boy.
What about number 22? Because whether y'all know it or not, I know you probably need to practice that one.
Write a quadratic
I asked
axis and vertex.
I know.
And identify the vertex axis
That's so funny how
and
that
direction of.
So you would have been the, whether you know it, and then probably other people would be the or not. And then some other people might have been the know it part. Or so, but many of you probably would have been the not know it yet. But yeah, I already know you probably need practice with this. 3x squared plus 6x equals 2 plus y. And we are supposed to write it in vertex form, then identify the vertex, axis of symmetry, and direction of opening. So what should we do?
Subtract 2 and flip the sides where the y is. I guess.
You guess, you mean.
Yes.
So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides.
forgot what vertex form is, so.
See, look, I told you you needed this one.
What is it?
What?
What is vertex form?
Wait, did you say this one like that on the test? Yes, you did. Dang it.
No, we're just
Why would we be doing this one?
I don't know, somebody random asked for it. I don't know who it was, I just heard somebody ask for it.
This is,
Oh, yes, I remember that.
that's vertex form. Isn't it cute?
Wait, so we're turning that into that?
Yeah. So now what?
What is K?
A number.
Why did 6
K
x
is
become?
negative.
Oh, I see why. Oh wait, why did 6x become 2x?
I don't know.
Okay, I was
Because
like,
he
am I
saw the
crazy
2
or
and
what?
confused it with the stew.
Because y'all talk so much, I get distracted.
Always blaming it on us.
What is it?
Sometimes it is your fault.
Sometimes.
It's a number.
Dang it.
It's the horizontal shift. But that doesn't really help us with like the next step.
How do we get to vertex form?
How do we get to vertex form? What should we do?
Not really.
Don't use phones.
We probably should do math. That's probably smart.
y3x squared plus 2x. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah?
So we pull out a.
We remembering what's happening? We need this one to be 1, so we factor out whatever it is from the first couple. If you're real lucky, it'll be pretty like this one where it goes evenly into both. If you're not, then you'll have to deal with a fraction. Tier.
Now you have to figure out what goes in the place.
Yeah, how do we do that?
Completing a square or something.
Something to do with the numbers.
It's A over B.
I did this last time, like we I should know this.
B over, wait.
2.
B divided by 2 squared. We do the green part, yeah?
That's right, B divided by 2 squared.
Yeah, that one.
But you're doing it in
4. Oh wait, no.
I don't have a green
2.
marker.
No, 1.
So you have to take the opposite. Sorry. 2 divided by 2.
Why is it that? What did I do? What just happened?
You took the number right
multiplied
there
by-
and put it right there.
And
then I
multiplied by 3.
And then you
Multiplied by
flip the
3 because of the parentheses.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you add it there and we can't add it to the other side, we've got to take it away on the other side. But we got to take away this times whatever this is, right?
So
So if it was
the one on
negative,
the
it would be
outside
plus,
times.
Right, right.
We take away the one on the outside times the green part.
And
Remember?
now we
Yes.
get x plus whatever, x plus 1 squared. Y equals.
The vertex then is what?
Oh, that's right. The vertex.
Vertex. What is
It just says to put it in vertex form, doesn't it?
It says,
it? Says
put it in vertex form, then identify the vertex, axis of symmetry, and direction of opening. Same as what it's going to say on the test.
The vertex is.
Find the
Vertex
vertex by doing.
You could find it by looking at that.
It's 3.
2.
Vertex is a point.
It's
3,
negative
5.
5, 3.
Dang it, I was wrong. Oh wait, what?
Ha, it's close.
Okay.
Where'd you get negative 1?
Where did I get negative 1?
He stole a 1 out of there and he made it
But
negative.
it's positive.
It's true. Inside opposite.
Oh.
Horizontal shift is opposite what it looks like. The sign's going to flip.
Negative over there.
No, I actually said that right. He stole negative 1.
That's not inside.
I know, but like,
He stole
it's
1.
negative.
It's negative because negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm trying to answer your question, but I'm not sure what you're asking yet. What is it?
Making a statement.
I don't think you're being obnoxious. I'm actually trying to help you right now. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Great. What's the axis of symmetry?
3.
What's a line, right? So it's got to be x equals some number.
X equals 3.
Definitely not.
X equals 1.
Let's stop and think before you just say words. And this goes for everybody, just so we're clear. This is a universal all sort of thing. What is the vertex? What is it? Like, what does that mean? Forget this problem.
Vertex is the point
It's the
where-
point there. So where is the axis of symmetry going to be?
On that right thing.
It's going to be at the x part of that.
Negative 1.
X equals negative 1.
X equals negative 1. I know we're not in geometry anymore, but it really still is helpful to like understand how and why things work. That's like the whole point of taking the geometry class, so that you can stretch that part of your brain. Great. What is the direction of opening?
Downwards.
Definitely not.
Upwards because it's
But it's
positive.
positive.
Upward because A is positive.
Oh, I got that right. Good.
Great.
What is it? D of what?
Direction of opening.
Oh, okay. Oh.
What?
It's a weird
D-O-O?
O.
Oh, yeah. O is spelled. Opening is spelled with an O. I thought opening is spelled with a U for a second.
Y'all do 23. Ready, go.
Okay.
Y'all get a head start, and then I'll catch up. Oh no! Scary.
I have it written down.
It won't help you if you're just like copying from this.
I wrote
You
this
need to
back
stop.
down.
Great, but before you do that, think with your thinker first, right? So that it's like useful for your studying. So that next week about this time you're not crying.
Oh, I will be.
Well, maybe so. Please have snow and mistletoe. That's funny. I like this problem. It's a good problem.
Oh, that's nice. It cancels out. Oh, yeah.
Was it B over 2?
B over 2 squared.
That doesn't look pretty.
It's going to.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Why?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Do you keep this one here or no?
I totally mixed it up and put 18. I was like, that makes sense.
Oh no. That makes more sense why you were crying about it. Now I get it.
Is that okay?
It's fine.
You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't probably. Graphing things, if you're going to graph something, it's easier to use a mixed number because our brain has a hard time understanding where 9/2 is.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you want? I never get why there's like a where the 4.5 come from. Oh.
She knew. She just
It just ends there.
That's what I got.
Just so we're crystal, since these are both up. If it was this would say down, right?
But since there's nothing there, it's up because it's just an assumed positive one.
Polarity of the thing determines.
Y'all are trying real hard to sound smart. I can't decide whether it's working out or not. You're definitely trying. Okay.
That one was what?
What?
You said that one was what?
What one was what?
You said that one was. You said that one.
I did
was
not.
something.
That is not what I said. You have tests next week.
We do.
Yay.
If you do any practice problems, whether it's in the practice test or study guides or homeworks, and you want the key, the answers to those, send me a message and I will send it to you. Even if your name is not Lillian, I will still send it to you. You just have to ask. Well, I'm sure that's true. But I will throw out that is a you problem.